Welcome back to the second part of the scientific research devoted to the tourism sector in Switzerland, and it might be concluded by the result of the first part on scientific endeavors that within the process of historical evolution of Swiss tourism industry, its accommodation sector has evolved into its biggest contributor, providing the greatest variety of situational options for every purse, from bed and breakfast hostels oriented primarily at youth community, to posh apartments and remote villages for exhausted middle-class travelers ravenous for routine escape. Then I would like you to draw your attention to the next contributor to the Swiss tourism, its restaurants and public meals. Switzerland's hotel and restaurant industry, with its half over a million employees, is a chief employer in Switzerland. Some 5% of the economy in country's employees work in the hotel and restaurant industry. In addition, this industry employs some of approximately 8 million young people as trainees, apprentices, within the framework of basic vocational education and training. In addition to the jobs in the hotel and restaurant sector and industry itself, the sector indirectly also generates many other job opportunities within the construction industry, in agriculture, for instance, and in specialized trade sector. For example, half of the meat in Switzerland is consumed in the catering industry. This means that job places are created both in agriculture and the butchery business. However, in the first quarter of 2016, the hospitality industry had to accept a significant decrease in turnover due to the abolition of the franc and euro exchange rate floor. Turnover in the second and the third quarters was also substantially lower than in the corresponding periods of the prior years. It was possible to curb this downtrend to some extent in the final quarter, as you could see on the map. This quotient included not only guest visits in restaurants and suites, including foreign tourists, and public meals outlets, for instance, but subsequently ordered meals also. The turnover mix in 2016 added 64.1% of the turnover of an average restaurant was generated by dishes ordered from the kitchen, and also the downturn was conducted in the sphere of alcoholic beverage, the sphere of mineral water sales. Tea amounted to 15% decrease. So public meals and restaurants in Switzerland now are suffering under the pressure of external economic downswifts and subsequently the loss of public meal services demands. The next contributor to the Swiss national tourism industry is, of course, its infrastructure. The territory of Switzerland is abounded by modernized high-speed railways, and modernized economy of Switzerland by itself presupposes the existence of breadth and diversified infrastructure. As you could see on the diagram, private road transportation is an absolute leader within the national infrastructure in Switzerland. Public transport road network on railways, roads, lakes, and rivers adds up to a total of 30,000 kilometers. Federal Railways network, functioning only from Monday to Friday, captures primarily 600 passengers per year. And of course, air trafficking, over 88 million air passengers per year, choose Swiss airlines. So to conclude, it must be pointed out that tourism is vital as a driving force behind economic growth and elaboration in Switzerland. 1 person in 6, for example, is directly or indirectly employed in tourism, and in all more than 500,000 jobs are generated by tourism industry annually. It has to be noted that Switzerland has an outstanding comparative advantages over other attractive touristic destinations in Europe, not only because of its long traditions where tourism is concerned, but also by its magnificent scenery and essential geographical benefits satisfying even the most exigent tests, but also because of the highest value of standards of Swiss quality added in the tourism sector and every of its contributors, from accommodation sector, public meals, to the touristic infrastructure. Thank you for your attention. I hope that the results of my scientific research will be useful for your own scientific discoveries and scientific endeavors. And if you have any question, I'll be honored to answer them using my email or by personal meetings.